I don't think this is gonna help me. I think this is meant to like your airways to your lungs, not like from your nose.
Is your nose. Like that's what they're promoting.
Because I can't breathe. I have to like put a lot of pressure, and even then, it's only one nostril that gets air. The other side don't get zero air. And when I went to the doctor and I told them all, they're like, it's allergies. It's not fucking allergies. They're like, we need to get you to give me some money so we can figure out what's wrong with you. I'm like, bro, I told the lady, hey, just fucking go in there, have surgery, put the nail in that bitch, boom, 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 boom.
What the heck?
Open that motherfucker up. But she's like, oh, we have to make sure we can't. That's last resort. Nah, that's first resort.
Dang.
It says shake well for use. We're going to use it right now?
Yeah. Well, let's see if it works.
Not a sponsor. RocketFuel. Only $69.99.
What the hell? Oh, we'll see. If this shit works, we'll leave it in. If it doesn't work, we're going to block out. I'm going to censor the name in the label, huh?
They're going to have to pay us.
Nah, I don't know. Yeah, they need to send me a check. I just seen it. Let's see if it works. Damn, that's a long dropper.
Damn, this shit.
I've never seen a dropper so
look,
that
it's
big.
got an angle to it.
Damn.
That's hella gay.
Yeah, that is.
Why does it need to have an angle?
I've never seen that.
It says start with one drop for the taste, but it says 3 for...
I've never seen a dropper that long. And especially one curve. Damn. That is
I know, that's
gay.
hella weird.
That is kind of gay. Do the 3. Is it like nasty? No. It's not nasty. So why you coughing so bad? Damn.
It don't taste bad at all. But that shit's strong. It's just like minty, like
it tastes like honey at first. You know, it's like taking, yeah, it's powerful. It's like taking you know, like those, what are those called? Those little like mints, those hard mints?
those strips, huh? Those strips, you know, the
Listerine strips.
Yeah, Listerine strips.
Yeah, kind of like that,
yeah.
or those little tablets that you can buy that like hard mints. It's like that times like 4 or 5.
You can breathe a lot better though.
Yeah.
But how long is it gonna last though? That's the thing.
But how big of a difference is though? Can you actually breathe now?
I mean, it's a lot easier to breathe. It is a lot easier to breathe. Through my nose, at least.
Is it like numbing?
No. It just seems like it opens up a lot of your shit up here and in
like
your throat.
I think this can be bad if you take this during the winter.
Oh, yeah, because it makes everything real fresh. Huh?
Yeah. But initially, it tastes like just honey. And then it gets like a little like bitter. And then it has like it has a aftertaste in your mouth.
It says you can use it 3 times a day or however many times
but
a day.
For 3 drops, I mean, that's pretty strong. And it says you can take up to 5 ml of it. Right? Maybe it doesn't say that.
I mean, it seems like it helps breathe. You can breathe a little bit better.
Yeah, it can build up to 5 mLs at once if required. 5 mLs, is that the whole dropper?
It wasn't labeled. I don't know.
Because that's a lot, huh? It seems like it's powerful.
Where'd you go? You went from what to what? Like to be able to breathe like a 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever to what?
I wouldn't say this is life-changing. Like how I see in the thing, can I breathe? Yeah, but I could breathe before. I think it just tastes like if I had a gum or a mint times like 4. If I was looking for that. Maybe this would be good if when I'm sick. You know, when you're clogged up, you can't breathe at nighttime. Maybe that's when this will shine. But I guess we'll find out how long it lasts.
But it seems like $60.
But it seems like I could feel it too in my chest. Not like feel it, but I could feel like the cold air.
No, not me. Only my throat.
Hmm.
My throat is a little burny.
And I don't know if we got I think we got the big boy one. I don't know if there was a smaller size. But that's hella potent. Has aloe vera, lemon oil, peppermint, apple cider, menthol.
I mean, it's probably all natural. That's why it costs so much money. But I mean,
That's gonna be hella cold now, probably.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because it's like taking a mint.
Oh, yeah.
So far, it's not nothing incredible.
Nah, it's nothing crazy. My nose is still plugged.
You wouldn't. It's still plugged.
It's easier to breathe, though, but
Then they say if you're still plugged, then you gotta take more. Like I kind of don't want to take more.
no, it just doesn't seem like it's going to clean it
But
up.
that's what it says. It says you might need a stronger dose. Because I've seen comments that people say, "Oh, it didn't work for me," and they're like, "Well, that's because you're not taking enough."
Nah. I mean, do I take more?
Should you? It seems like that was powerful enough.
Yeah, it seems this nostril doesn't even function.
Seems like it's kind of like nasty. I don't know. Maybe just because it's so like I don't know what the word is. Like it's potent and strong. You could feel it. I feel it in my throat. Pause. Make a pause.
Yeah, my
there's-
throat stings a little bit. And I think it's just because of that.
Yeah, but I think like having this feeling all day, I don't think I like it. Because it's also like I feel it in my throat. Pause on that again. Because when you're outside and about, breathing like that, I think that's how they say like you can get sick.
It's meant to do, they say it for exercise too, but you're breathing hella hard when you're working out.
I think it's already like wearing off. Which supposedly is supposed to last forever. Like I think they said you're supposed to like half the day.
I don't know. I guess we'd have to go day by day.
We'd probably have to take more. Take the whole dropper and shit. Damn.
Just chug it?
Nah, I think that would
I'll
probably.
kill you
You think so? Shit would be bad. It seems like it'd be bad for you, but it
because
says,
I still feel it.
but it says take it as needed.
It seems like it's too much to take more than what we just did.
Yeah, it
It seems like that's enough. The 3 droplets is enough. If that shit don't fix you, it's not for you.
Yeah, because it's already like going back to normal, kind of.
Only my throat.
Yeah, I could just feel it in my chest. I don't want to feel it in my chest.
I know. I want to feel it up here.
Yeah, I want to be able to breathe. I don't know. We'll see as we go. Before it ends, we'll see. One thing that was weird when I went to Mexico, I remember when I was speaking to them, right? Because they speak Spanish and I know Spanish. But when I was speaking to them, there was a certain they have a certain lingo, like certain, just like we do in English, certain words that are maybe slang. So there were certain things that I didn't understand. And I was always curious on how I sound. So I told, because everybody just looks at me when I speak to anybody, a stranger. So when I was there, I asked our cousin, I said, "Hey, when you hear me, what do you hear? Like, can you like understand me well and everything?" And she's like, "I could understand you fine. Like everything you're saying, I could understand you perfect." I said, "But do I have an accent?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, I didn't expect her to say yeah, because I'm like, I thought accents. Well, I guess it does make sense when I think about it. Because accents aren't like, if you're Southern in the US, English, there's like different accents even in English. So she's like, yeah, I can't tell. She's like, you have an accent.
And so she can tell that your Spanish is not.
It's not up to par, I guess.
Would you consider Spanish your first language?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm English.
So English would be your first language.
Yeah.
Even though we learned Spanish before we learned English.
Yeah, because I studied English way more than I've ever studied Spanish. I study English to this day. When I read, I never read in Spanish. I never take time to like...
Reading in Spanish is fucking so hard.
Why do I feel like English is just...
Easier.
Maybe I was going to say the wrong word. I don't know if it was like superior. And the reason why I say that, I just feel like there's so much ways to explain something. But that's probably because I'm not good at Spanish.
Yeah.
As good as I am in English. My English is like
if you had the same vocabulary as in Spanish that you did in English, then you'd be easier to explain shit.
And it's weird when I hear myself in Spanish because I'm so used to my voice in English. It's almost like it's hard to like truly represent who I am because you're speaking a different language. Because I think that's just a brain thing because my brain is not used to me talking so much Spanish. And all of a sudden, that's everywhere we go with no English at all.
I kind of would like that to just be speaking Spanish every day.
I mean, it's I like it too because it's like I like going to Mexico because it's like you're being reminded of where we come from, and especially when you go to the mud, right? I like it, but it's just dangerous, and I don't like it because I'm with my mom. But it was interesting to me when she told me that. I'm like, oh, so you can understand me, but I do have an accent, so you could tell I'm not from here. She's like, yeah, you could tell. So I was like, damn, because I kind of want to blend in. When I was over there, I want to blend in. You know, I remember the first time I went, I was dumb. Like I would go over there and I had like brand new white tees, crispy, clean Stanfords. I had Nikes on and blue jeans on. And nobody dresses like that. We're over there. So people, I guess they would thought like I was in a gang or something. Because that's like we were odd. And I think right away they will know like, oh, foreigner. Right away, you know, foreigner. And this time around, I went to Walmart before I went to Mexico. I went to Walmart and I went shopping just to got like, I bought some shoes from Walmart because I had some Nikes, but I'm like, I want some comfortable shoes too. And at Walmart sells $10, $15 shoes and I buy them because they're comfortable. I'm like, I'm going to take a pair. So I got a pair of that. And then I went and looked at the shirts. And when I was looking at shirts, it was weird because I never go shopping like that. I'm over here looking at colors and stuff like that. And people are passing me. And I don't know why, there's like women, like older women, they were looking at me like, you know, and they were smiling at me and stuff like that. And I was like, what the heck? I like, that's weird. Like, I don't know if it was weird for me to see me shopping or something. I guess I still have a certain image, I guess. I don't know. Because why is that? Like, if I see somebody shopping, I'm not going to stare at them. So why is it that I'm shopping and they stare and I stare back? And you know how when you stare at somebody and they've been staring at you, they will turn away? No, they hold sight. So it's like, what does that mean? That means you want like an engagement here, like a high or something.
It's how old?
And probably like 30, 40.
Oh, so not that old.
Like late 30s.
Middle age.
Yeah.
They probably wanted some carne.
I don't know what they wanted, but it was weird. But I just got like normal. There was some. I went to the shirts, and I saw shirts on clearance, and they have like breathable shirts, and I'm like, this is perfect for Mexico, right? 'Cause it's gonna be hot. I already know it's gonna be hot. I've been there before, so I got like 2 $5 shirts. Took those, and I think like where I visited there before, like it has gotten better. It has gotten better as far as like, seems like it got a little bit more money now. There's new buildings and stuff. So when I was there, I felt like I blended in perfect. Just fine.
Because what you were wearing?
Because I was wearing and how I was moving. I was moving in taxis or I was moving in buses. Like nobody does that. Like if you got money, it seems like, in taxis, yeah, of course. But I mean I wasn't really taking taxis sometimes. I was taking like buses, like weird buses that don't even have AC or nothing, that are like, you don't get on this bus unless you're from a certain area to take you to town. But I'm not from that area, but I'm visiting that area because of my grandma. So that's why I was taking those same buses. So that's why I think I blended in. I would come out, wouldn't have a car, and I would walk.
You're the only foreigner, huh? In that whole bus.
Yeah.
There's no kid. There's no person in there.
No,
that wasn't a local, huh?
I didn't see not one white person there, or one black person there, or any other person outside of Mexico.
In your whole trip right there in Mexico.
In the whole trip.
So from the time you cross the border, well, maybe you there, but
From the time I crossed the border,
so from the time you cross the border to Puerto Peñasco to Caborca to where
that I seen, I was kind of surprised when I went to Puerto Peñasco because you would think there, there was definitely foreigners there, but I just didn't see them. Maybe I did see them when I went to the taco place. Maybe
white people.
It wasn't white people, but I could tell they're foreign. They're not from there. They're from the States.
Hmm.
So I probably did see a couple there. But where I was at, no, I didn't see anybody there. But I knew things have changed when I was outside and I was in front of a building in front of the clinic and two people pulled up and they got out and it was a couple and they were dressed all nice. And you
in front of the hospital?
In front of the clinic. So it was like, I don't know if they were going to get in there. I don't know. But it was a girl, right? And you could tell America has slowly influenced the style, of these people who can afford clothing like that. Because you could tell the girl had black shades on, like black ass shades, square ones, right? And she had some white shoes. They weren't Nikes, but they were white. She had blue jeans, and you could tell it was more like modernish. And then the dude had like a jersey, but the button ones.
Oh yeah,
he had one
like a baseball one.
Yeah, and he had glasses on too, whatever, and he had some shoes, whatever. And when I seen that, I'm like, this guy looks more foreign than me, and I'm pretty sure he's from here. So I'm like, oh, things have definitely changed because last time I was there, I felt like I stood out a lot.
Well, you were there when you were 16, you said?
Yeah, I've been there 3 times, 3 or 4 times.
14 years ago, though. 14 years is a big difference.
I was there 5 years ago there too. It's crazy because they were telling me you were here 5 years ago. And I was like, no, I wasn't. I was here like 10 and 12 years ago. They're like, no, you were here 5 years ago. I remember. And I was like, nah. But then when I looked at my phone, I had pictures of Mexico and it has dates on it on my iPhone. And I'm like, it has been 5 years. So I'm like, damn, 5 years is longer than I thought. Sometimes I feel like time goes by so fast. And sometimes I feel like in that moment, I felt like time really, it's only been 5 years. It's nothing. But 5 years, I guess, is a lot. You feel like it hasn't been anything else. I was surprised by that.
5 years went by hella fast.
That's why I would like to visit a new place and just learn their culture. I was watching a video of China Mac too. He went to India too.
He's been to more than just
I think that's what he's doing. He's just going out and about and filming, and that's tight. And I feel like it fits him. He's perfect for it. Like he's funny and everything. He just like he's a good content creator. So I'm like it's tight. And to just go out and film too, like anywhere and everywhere. I would want to do that, but I don't want to offend people and not just strangers, but like my family members, because I feel like if I point the camera at them, or even if I'm just pointing it at myself, but they get in frame, like a lot of people are not comfortable on camera, even here in the States. So it's like, cool. I don't feel like that's very humble of me.
But how do you work that?
Because I feel like they would be like, oh, you're trying to use us. In a way.
Yeah, but like, what are your intentions?
To film?
Yeah.
To document.
That's the only thing that matters.
I only like to document. And that's the only reason. It's not for anything. It's purely to document. Like, because we talked about it before, even the whole reason why we even started the podcast is just to create. We would have never got this. Like, we could look back and we got, with this episode is 90 episodes. We have over like 85 hours of just us talking. By this time, you could probably run our shit through AI and they can create our voices now. But not that's not the point. But the point is that there's shit that happens on here that's gonna stay forever. And it's like as long as the internet don't die, right? But it will live forever, and people can see us that would never be able to see us.
But if your intentions weren't bad, then I don't think it matters to film over there.
Yeah, but I think that just because my intentions ain't bad, it doesn't mean that
they're not gonna get offended.
Yeah. You can't expect somebody to understand.
Yeah,
something.
I know, but if they say, "Oh, don't film me," then you could just be like, "Okay," and that's it. It's not like, "Oh, yeah, well, I'm filming like China Mac, but don't get on the camera."
Yeah, because
then.
you feel a certain way though. Because like to film everything, because I think people would feel a certain way. Because like when you go, like if I was at my grandma's house filming and I was gonna film how we shower, how the toilet is, it would be like they could, in their eyes, it could be like, oh, they're trying to make fun of me. Look how they're trying to make fun of how we live, and it's not nothing like that. It's just show that, if anything, it would be to show the reality of how people live, especially to our nephews here, to show them, hey, look how other people live. Look how blessed you are.
And some people can find them they're just embarrassed, huh? Like, oh,
That's why I wouldn't feel
don't
comfortable
film my
doing
house.
that.
But I feel like some people might take it. It's basically a flip of a coin to see how they're gonna take it. But she would get comfortable after. I mean, she would probably be nervous or like or feel uncomfortable for you filming at first. But if you just consistently do it every single day, eventually she would just be like, what? It would be whatever to her. But it would just be tight because because nobody lives forever. So as soon as, 50 years from now, she's no longer here.
I know, and everybody, pictures have been universally accepted. Pictures, right? Oh, let's take a picture. It's a normal thing. But video, it seems like it's not there yet. Amongst like just to randomly take a picture. Or even pictures. If you would just randomly
people don't feel comfortable being on camera. And I understand that because we had that when we first started this. Being on tape, it just felt weird.
But that's all. That has to be your own head thing, because now we don't even think about it.
Yeah, that's
so. It's saying. Just in your head.
So those people haven't gone over that hump.
That's
yet.
An insecurity, yeah, that you can't get over if you don't fight it. What else is it? But like, why? Because I remember that too. Like, I wouldn't want people taking pictures of me. A long time ago. But now I don't give a fuck. My niece takes pictures of me all the time. My hair fucked up, my face, whatever. As soon as I wake up, whatever. And then she shows it to me later laughing at me. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me like that. It's not a big deal to me. So.
I know. But it just seems like they haven't gotten over that. But that's
why I would want to respect it. Like, that's why when I go over there, I think like how they see it. I think they're surprised on how willing am I to live how they live. But it's like, because I'm not better than you guys. I don't really care. Like, it's not like I've been there. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, because I think they don't know how life is over here. So maybe they're just assuming that everything's perfect. But no, we slept with roaches before. I had roaches before. Been in the house with roaches. So when I go to your house and I see roaches, it's nothing strange. The size has changed. So it's surprising because things are a little different, but it's not like we've had roaches.
The roaches are 10 times bigger.
We've had mice. We've had all that. We've had insect shit, ants. We've had that shit too.
Raccoons.
Yeah, we've had shit like that come into the crib. So it's nothing surprising to me. Sleeping on the floor is not it. I've slept on the floor. So when last time I went there, they tried giving me the bed and had one of my aunts sleep on the floor. I said, heck no. I'll sleep on the floor, on concrete floor. And there's bugs and everything. I had bugs crawling over me.
Would you lay like a blanket down first?
Yeah, you have to. I'm not going to sleep on pure concrete. You just lay one blanket and then that's it. And it's hella uncomfortable, but I mean, I'll do it.
So it was a rough night?
No, I fell asleep. I mean, the only thing that the floor didn't bother me. What bothered me was the insects. Because they were climbing on me, yeah. And it wasn't like it's hella insects crazy every no, but like I would feel one or two in the nighttime. And I had to like kill it or get it off me.
Like a roach or what?
No, probably like a spider or something. Like, the spiders that you get even here in the house. Your standard spiders, whatever. So to me, it's not a big deal. I don't really see it like that.
It would have been tight though to see like the recording of the even like snippets from the time you crossed the border to Peñasco, and then from there to the hospital, from the hospital to our grandma's, and the transitions and the road trips. Not the whole thing, but like snippets. here and there, it would have been tight. Like if you had the GoPro, like look like it would have been tight to like just see it. Like even though if it wasn't, you weren't recording people's houses like inside, but
especially because
outdoors.
I would edit it and it would look clean.
Yeah.
I know it would look clean.
It's
And it would just be like, it would be tight
work.
because we would be able to relive it. Because I'd be able to play it, right? And you would be able to see it.
Yeah.
And not only can you now see it, but you can get my commentary on it too.
Yeah. Which would be tight. It would have been tight. It just does seem like a hassle to have to carry equipment. It does seem like a hassle to always be reminded to pull, record, like.
But I think like that, like when you hear all these stories over there, how crazy it is over there, that's probably why I wouldn't want to do it. Because like I said, I'd rather blend in. And if I got a camera, a GoPro, nobody has GoPros over there.
Yeah, I know. Worst case scenario, they would snatch it.
I remember the first time I went over there and I walked around the neighborhood with the kids because they were like, let's go for a walk so we can show you around. I walked around and back then I was more stupid. Like I was dumb. So when I would walk around, a lot of people would just look at me. A lot of other people like my age at the time, like 16, 17, and they would be mugging me. And coming from the States and being from Stockton, if somebody mugging you, it's like, what's up? Like, what you want to do? So I was saying, I would just mug them back, and mug them back. And I'm like, that's not smart. Especially in the city, in the little town, it's still not smart, but it's less like, I don't know if that's true, but I just feel like it's less issue if you do it within the town. But if you go straight to the city, the big city, nah, that's where the motherfucking gangsters at. And I remember the first time I went over there, everybody was mugging me like that. And not the older people, the young kids. Like they were going to start drama with me, whatever. And this time that I went, I didn't have any of that. Nobody.
There were no kids?
Yeah.
Like a small kid, 16?
Yeah, there was kids probably my age.
But does it seem like the kids that you came across this last recent trip were like
on that time?
Yeah, like did they look like?
No.
Because you know how now you see a 16-year-old kid, he looks like a little kid.
Yeah, I don't view him like that.
Like, 'cause he's this little tiny ass
I
little
don't view him
motherfucker.
like that. But nobody gave me anything, any looks, whatever.
But do they look the same? Like a 16-year-old kid here and a 16-year-old kid there?
At the time, right now?
Yeah, do they look the same? Because I remember when we were 16, the people who were 16, I remember they were like, fuck, this motherfucker's huge. But now...
That's a lot older. I don't know. They just seem like a normal 16-year-old. It doesn't seem nothing like...
Yeah, because 16's like little.
Yeah, but I didn't have anything this time. Nobody looked at me. Nobody gave me anything. Nobody made me feel weird or on edge or anything like that. No. Last time I went over there, when I was walking to the same store, I walked to the same store. This time, I went to the same store. And last time I went to that store, there was a group of like 16 to 18-year-olds in the front, sitting in the front on the sidewalk. And when I passed by, they like, I literally walked, like he was sitting right here on the sidewalk and I walked like that. And he was just looking at me the whole time. So when he was looking at me, this was back then. So I'm looking at him too, like that. And I'm giving him the face like what? So then I walked in and I'm like, whatever. Cause in my head, I'm just thinking like here, like if something happens, what, we gonna fight? Okay, we could fight. But now I think a lot smarter because numbers is a problem over there. I could fight one, but I can't fight to 10.
But you can.
I can, but I'm gonna lose. It's a losing fight.
Yeah.
And it's not smart.
Yeah, you had to get naked.
Over what? Just because you want to look at me? Like I don't know. But I feel like everybody over there was like super nice.
I don't know, something about being around a shit ton of Spanish speaking people.
It's tight.
Yeah, it's tight. And I would like to like.
I don't want to fight my people though.
Yeah, I just want.
I don't want to fight. I don't want any problem. That's why it's whatever. I'm always super nice to everybody, and it's tight when the hospitality is there, and it sucks when it's not. Like the time at the clinic, and it makes you want to act up because it's like what like. I guess we value it different because where we live, we don't really see a lot of Mexicans over here. And they see Mexicans, that's all they see. So they just, you know how like maybe it would be different. It's different for us. I don't know why. It's not like if I see a white person and a Mexican, I love the Mexican more. But I think it's just because the understanding of we come from similar like things. You eat tortillas too. Like your mom's probably close to my mom or whatever. Especially if you're speaking Spanish, we probably eat a lot of the same things. It's just a certain love there.
There's a certain degree of connection that you get
Automatically.
Yeah.
Even
Like-
if you're a stranger, it's just
Yeah.
weird.
and especially when they speak to you in Spanish.
Yeah.
Something about when somebody speaks to you in Spanish, you feel there's like this brotherly fucking feeling. There's something that is like it automatically leans you more to I like this person
Yeah.
instead of it being neutral since you're a stranger. But something about them just speaking Spanish to you automatically leans more to the I like this person.
And I think because a lot of people here, they don't expect you to speak Spanish. And as soon as they do, they switch the conversation to Spanish immediately. As soon as they know, oh, you understand? Whatever. I went to JCPenney before I went to Mexico too. There was a Mexican lady there. And I got Stanford's and everything. I went to the counter. And she asked me, ¿sabes español? That's what she told me. I don't know why. I don't know if she asked me, are you Mexican? And I said, yeah. And she said, ¿sabes español? And I'm like, sí. And then she's like, she started talking to me in Spanish, and I was talking to her in Spanish. And she's
a
like,
worker?
Yeah, she works there.
Oh.
And she's like, your mom and your dad are Mexican? And I'm like, yeah, full Mexican. Straight from Mexico. So I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, that's cool that you actually know Spanish, because a lot of kids nowadays don't learn it no more.
I know. And I think it's just because they don't have to. There's not a requirement. Like there's nothing that forces them to learn it. It's just whether or not they pick it up. And we learn it because our parents only speak Spanish. So we have no choice. We had to learn it. But now like the next generation doesn't need to do that. They can just speak to you in English.
But it's still interesting to learn. I don't know why you wouldn't want to learn. I'm still trying to learn. Like I'm trying to make it so when next time I go, I could understand everything. So it's like I'm trying to get smarter. I'm also trying to learn another language. I'd be interested in that.
Seems difficult.
It just seems like a very like I have to put there's a lot into it, and I just want to make sure what language do I want to learn. Because I feel like, okay, how long is it going to take me? I feel like it would take me a while.
2 years.
Think so? A daily practicing or something?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. And then it's like, what? Now I have to learn another one? It's because it's like, it's only one. Once like the chips come out or something comes out where we can speak, put something in our ear and we can just speak. And if somebody speaks something you don't understand, it we just translate it or something instantly. I think there are already stuff like that, but
the Google Translate or whatever.
Yeah, so it's not like, I don't know. It would have to be probably the Elon chip.
It'd be tight. Eventually, I guess that would be tight. Then nobody will have to worry about.
You just download the language.
Yeah, and just upload it and you can talk it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seemed weird though, too. To be able to do some shit like that.
But then if that was the case, do you think we would just we would stay with one language or no?
Yeah, because there'd be no point.
But what about the people who don't got
Unless if you're still speaking like vocally, it's not like telepathically, because somehow my Bluetooth connects to your Bluetooth. And I just talk to you in English and your brain automatically translates that shit to whatever language you talk to.
I wonder if we talked like that, it means we wouldn't use our mouths anymore. Pause on that. So you think that would affect our muscles? Because we're no longer talking no more.
Yeah.
Probably our faces would change as well. Because we're not talking at all. We only open our mouths to eat and to brush our teeth.
Well, we still make noises. Ah!
Yeah, probably.
Like, because naturally? Or when you get scared?
This thing already wore off. Huh.
Yeah. I still feel it very, very, very faint.
I don't feel it anymore.
In my throat, but that's it.
So it didn't even last 30 minutes. But I still feel like the taste is on my tongue still. Like, not the taste, but like that weird numbing feeling. So I mean, I wouldn't say this shit costs $60.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
$64.
It's not worth it. I mean, maybe if you're sick,
I mean,
and it helps you sleep.
they're giving you a lot. They're giving you hella. I mean, look at this. You're not gonna finish this 3 drops. But just for something that will last you 30 minutes, I mean, I guess if that's something you like.
I mean, if it helps you sleep.
But this is only 30. Maybe this will just help you get to sleep. But unless we take more of this, my love, and then it gets you for good. But I give it a 4 out of 10. No, I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
It'd be neutral.
I'll give it a 5/10. Yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 10 because this is way more powerful than I thought.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be that strong.
Yeah.
But I mean, it went away. So
yeah, I don't know what benefits. I mean, you can breathe. You can definitely breathe better. How much better? I would say 25% more. Like instant 25% more better breathing. But the effect starts wearing within the first 10 minutes.
I think this would be good when you're sick. Like, I mean, yeah, because it would open up your sinuses. And that feeling of relief when you can't breathe at nighttime. So that's probably what it would be best for at nighttime. Other than that, just a 5 out of 10. Thank you for listening to the AB podcast. You can follow us in the links below. All our social medias are linked there. If you want to buy some merch, the merch that we're usually wearing in the podcast, you can buy it as well. The link will be below.